Well, hey there, y'all. Welcome back to my workshop. Today I am going to build something I have never attempted to build before with a kit that I have never bought before. I had to go make a trip to Michigan there a few days ago, and on my way back, Carson Diecast, their store, was only 5 minutes off of my route. So I stopped by there at the store and I saw what they had and I bought a few more things. This silver truck here is not one of the trucks I bought. I have had this truck for a long time, but it is one of the, I have one other 2500 left, but I've already modified it with some M2 tires and it's sitting over yonder. So this is the only one that I have left that I have not touched yet. So I bought a lift kit and a set of tires for this truck from Carson Diecast. They are going to, I guess, going to start selling 3D printed parts. They have hooked up with a guy. I'm not going to mention that right now. That's I don't want to promote somebody that's not helping me. Not to be mean or anything or sound bad, but if you start dealing with Carson Diecast, you'll find out real quick who this guy is. This kit seems to me like it's only a two-wheel drive setup because there's no pumpkin for the front. So I don't know why that is. I don't like that fact. We've got one for the rear, if I can get it to focus. Come on, cooperate with me. So I got the pumpkin for the rear, but I don't have one for the front. And then these, I'm not sure what these brackets are called exactly. I'm not real big on the suspension parts names and knowledge, but these plates here on the truck that I saw on the website were placed in kind of an odd place. So I thought that was kind of weird. And then the kit that I seen didn't have these two short front bars. It only had the two long bars for the back, and it didn't come with an exhaust tip. The exhaust tip and these other bars came with a different kit, but the other kit came with a front pumpkin. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of kit this is, if it's just something somebody just kind of threw together. I'm not real happy about that because I spent a lot of money on this kit. So I'm going to try to put it together and use most of the parts that I can. It did not come with a drive shaft. I guess I got to add my own drive shaft, which that's not a big deal. I can handle that. It did come with the axles for the tires, so we will be using those. I'm not exactly sure how all this goes together, but we're going to figure it out. So anyway, the truck is silver. I just so happen to have this new paint that I got there last week that I'm still not real happy with. I'll show you one of the things I painted with it. This toolbox. It's got a lot of metal flake in it, but it's going to be underneath this truck, so let's just hope that it won't matter. So we're going to paint all this stuff you see here that bright silver, and then we're going to start popping this truck apart. The truck that I saw online, they left the running board, so I think we'll leave the running boards also. I think about the only thing I need to do to this truck is take the wheels and tires off of it. The rest of this stuff should plug and play if it was made for this truck, right? So let's find out. All right, y'all. There's no turning back now. I got everything painted. Now all we got to do is yank the wheels and tires off of this truck. I'm going to go ahead and leave the running boards on it because the pictures that I seen on the internet, the guy left his running boards on. It didn't look that bad. I didn't like his pink and purple paint job, but he painted it for a real live truck to match, so that was cool. So I did, if you can see, I did paint the shocks or the springs red just to give us a little bit of, different color underneath of there. I went silver just because I like the chrome look, so I didn't want to paint some loud, bright color to do all of the suspension parts. Now, I do not think I do not like the way this suspension kit was built. In all reality, this is a two-wheel drive truck. If you look underneath, it doesn't show that it's four-wheel drive, but that's all right. So, but they made the kit for a two-wheel drive truck too. In my opinion, why lift a truck that high if it's only two-wheel drive? But we're going to put it on anyway because people seem to like this stuff. So let's give it a shot. I don't have clear instructions. I'm going off a few pictures I saw online. So let's hope for the best. Let's get our fancy, cheap Chinese wire cutters and tire popper here. Give it a little wiggle and it usually pops right off. That's the easy way to do it. Don't do what I do because sometimes it can damage your wheels. So you got to remember that. If you don't do it just right, you can damage the wheel and bend the axle. I think I bent that one a little bit, but that's not a big deal. I'm probably going to end up changing those anyway. So now we got her upside down. Got the tires off of her. Probably could jack this thing up a little bit higher so maybe you could see it a little better. Let's make a little change here. I'm telling you, half the time these videos, filming videos, is trying to get the setup right. Alright, that's going to have to work for right now. Let me drop you a little bit here. How's that? Now, probably be better if I raise you. Tip you over a little bit. Don't fall. Raise you up a little more. Don't get dizzy. Alright, let's try this. So now, I do not know how exactly these pieces go on here. But obviously we got to flip it upside down and stick it on like so. It does not go all the way, I guess maybe it does go all the way down. So I guess that's about where it goes on, but what's it supposed to attach to? There's nothing else there. I don't like that. I'm going to have to go back to the picture and see what the top of it looked like, but I don't think you could see it because of those big old behemoth tires they had on that truck. So yeah, that's how they show this goes on here. Something similar to that. The reason why it's not touching the truck is because I guess these plates go on here right about in the middle. I'm gonna have to get my tweezers out. This plate goes on right in here. Yeah, I know it's kind of dark because now I'm blocking the light. And this glues on somewhere in the middle here. Something like that. That's the way this is supposed to go. And then we'll put the other plate on the other side. And then the two short bars are supposed to go inside down here like so. Which looks like I may want to put those on first, huh? Because I can't get those on after this is on. So, see, we are learning together here, guys and gals, because I have never put one of these kits on before. So, it looks like I have to put these two other pieces in first. Glue those to the bottom of this piece, and then glue those, obviously, to the bottom of the truck. So, this is going to take a lot of gluing and messing around. The back is pretty easy. You aim the pumpkin, pointy part of the pumpkin, you just aim it to the front. And you slip that down on. And that one's in good shape. This kit did not come with the drive shaft, so we're going to have to make our own, which is not a big deal. And then this is supposed to go on to the rear end here. And then get really close to touching this other bracket here, which it doesn't look to me like it's going to touch. But now I was told that it says in there that it's made for this truck. But if you go on there and you look at the kits that the guy sells, it looks nothing like this. So I don't know what kind of kit we're working with here. Somebody threw a bunch of parts in a bag. So we're going to make it work though. You just don't mind my complaining. I'm going to fix it. So give me a minute here to figure this out, glue a couple things together, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. All right, progress update. So after you quit complaining and belly aching, and you get down to it, it wasn't too bad of a kit to put on. Notice that the shocks there are a little bit on the crooked side, but that's just the way they were molded. I've got everything put on here. You can see the driver's side is a little bit straighter. The other one is just crooked a little bit, and that was from the molding. There's not much I can change about that except snapping it off and gluing it back on. But once we get the tire on, we'll get that all fixed. Now on the truck I'm copying this from, he painted the top part of this black. So after we get this all together, we'll paint that black, and all you'll see left is the red. I've got all 5 pieces on here. It took a while, but I finally got it all straight and square and even. Doesn't look too bad. It's going to be a high setter. The other problem with these things is, I'm going to rant one more time. Sorry, guys. When they make these tires, I wish they would make the hole the same size as the shaft, so that when you stick it in there, it's a nice tight fit. You don't have to glue it in there and then babysit it and watch it, because if you don't babysit it and watch it till it dries, it's going to roll crooked on you. So it takes a little bit to get this on there. Excuse me. Now I use super glue on this to glue the axle onto the tire, but for everything else I use my Seal All, the same thing I always use. I wanted to use the super glue in the axles just because they set a little bit faster and quicker. So now all we got to do here is get the rear end on. Get you around here so I can set it back in my little jig. So these are a little bit easier. We just got to put these wherever they go. I don't think they're going to touch the front like the picture showed. It looks like to me like this is going to be way off, but that's the kit that I got, so that's what we're going to roll with. Like I said, I don't think this is the correct kit for this. I think this was some parts somebody threw in a bag, but we are going to make it work, guys. What do you think of the front so far? We're making it work. We're getting there. So give me a minute here. Let me get this back part glued on. This is going to take a little longer because I also have to cut my own drive shaft for this thing. So we'll have to figure that out, what we're going to use for that. So, and then we got to figure out where exactly I'm going to run it to. So a couple things we got to figure out here. So give me a minute, y'all. Don't go nowhere. All right. So as you can see, we've got a drive shaft now. We've got the rear end put in. I'm waiting to put those other 2 bars on until after this dries a little bit, and I put my axle back in there and see how that's going to look. As I was putting it together, it started to look like she was going to be a little on the squatted side, so we can't have that. So what I had to do is I had to go and real quick and cut a little piece of polystyrene and stick it up above that rear end, so to bring that down a little bit. So hopefully now, if nothing else, we're at least level. If this thing is still a little squatted, then I'll have to pop this apart and put another piece of shim in there. So once we're done, if that works, we'll just paint that black and it'll disappear and you'll never know it was there. Drive shaft was giving me fits. It did not want to stay, centered in the rear end. So, but I finally got that, and I got it all the way up to the back of the transmission. So we're all good there. So now just playing the waiting game of glue drying so that we can glue on some more parts. So that's where we are at. This is the fun part, watching glue dry. Alright guys and gals, after a couple hours of sitting here babysitting this thing, I think I finally just about got it done. I still got to do the glue the other 2 wheels and the wheels and tires on the other 2 side, the other 2 for the other side. Still need to do those. As you can see, it's a little loose, but I got already cut down to size. All I have to do is put a little glue in there, and again, I'm gonna have to babysit that, as you can see how loose it is. So I'm gonna have to babysit that to make sure it dries good and straight, so the truck rolls good and straight. So that's gonna take some time. So, and it's a really, really good thing that I decided to put that shim in there in the back, because this thing barely sets level now. So let me drop you down and get you a better look. So that is how she's gonna sit, y'all. What do y'all think of that? She's a high setter. It's not really my cup of tea, but I got the kit and I built it, and this is what she turned out looking like. So I'm not much into show trucks, but I thought we'd give it a shot and see what it looked like, and I don't know, I think it came out pretty good. What do you guys think? Be honest. You know, I'm not a big fan of the all them suspension bars and everything, but I mean, it looks good. It turned out good. It's just not my style. I had to put in my own drive shaft, which is not a big deal. I can do that. But other than that, I think it came together pretty good. So what do y'all think? Y'all like that? If you do, think about liking, subscribing. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on eBay. Don't forget to come back, y'all. Have a good day. Bye now.